Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mabuhay and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. This is King Gonzalez and we would like to thank you for streaming live to the 8th episode of the first season of Realty Realities. Thanks again for joining us here at Realty Realities. Mainit ba? Mainit na Saturday afternoon. We'd like to thank you for being here with us. Despite your busy Saturday schedules, gusto po naming medyo disturb because we'd like to give an eternal repose of the soul to our dear past president, Benigno Noynoy Aquino, who just passed away. Marami pong salamat, sir, sa inyong serbisyo. And God bless you. Paalam po. Okay. Medyo switch naman tayo ng gears. We would like to thank our sponsors, SMDC, as particularly the OYC division. We'd also like to thank you, Vista Land. That's Vista Land Global Sales Network, particularly the Vista Land Blue Chips Group, for putting your trust in us. And last but definitely not the least, Space for My Biz. This is our newest sponsor. You could post your commercial properties, both for sale and for lease, on www.spaceformybiz.com. Yon. So, kamusta po ang inyong Saturday afternoon as well as your week? We hope that the week was kind to you in the same manner that it was kind to us also, because we closed a deal in King Kong Realty. So thank you, Lord. Thank you for the trust of our clients, both the buyer and the seller. And as I posted on our Facebook page, beneath those masks, I took a picture of me and my team, and I said, beneath those masks are smiles. And beneath those smiles are stresses. Now, every day we face challenges, and most of the time, these challenges are really stressful, di po ba? But we try to face these challenges with a smile, because at the end of these challenges, as soon as we overcome them, yun naman yung gratification. Yun naman yung masaya, makikita mo masaya ang iyong buyer, makikita mo ring masaya ang iyong seller. And that's the whole point for us real estate brokers, to make sure that the stresses are ours to take away from the seller or to take away from the buyer, or both of them, right? We absorb those stresses so that we can make the transactions smooth and orderly. So ganun din yung next guest natin for this afternoon. They absorb the stresses of their clients who are looking for office spaces and provide for their clients either bare or serviced office spaces, mostly in CBDs. At what's even surprising about our guest for this afternoon, their company, is that despite their difficulties, all of us faced difficulties in the last 2 years. Meron ba ditong hindi nahirapan in the last 2 years sa kanilang business, sa kanilang profession? Malamang wala naman, ano? So despite difficulties in the last 2 years, nakuha pa nilang to give internet services to schools. And I was updated this morning that they've already set up 44 free internet services to different schools, mostly in Pasig as well as in Makati. Hi, galing. So, but before we go to our guest this afternoon, we'd like to focus your attention to our last week's takeaways from our trailblazing brokers, Ryan Osea, as well as si Den Castillo. So, clues na lang, no? Hindi ko pwedeng pasadahan lahat ng binigay nilang takeaways as well as listings. Yung mga listings na dapat babanggitin nila last Saturday, I'd like to mention some of them. So, si Ryan Osea says that he has a 3-hectare farmland in Rosario, Batangas, and it's facing a cemented road. And it's only 8 million pesos. So if you're looking for farm lots, try to contact Ryan Osea. I'll give you the contacts later on. While si Den Castillo naman said that he has a classic Mediterranean house in Ayala's Vermosa in Cavite. Ready-made house, all you need to do is just to transfer in it. It's 9.6 million. So if you're interested in these listings and these hot listings of our two hot brokers as well, please visit our Facebook fan page. That's Realty Realities. And and the other listings of these brokers are also up there. Okay? So ready na ba kayo? Ready na ba ang ating guest for this afternoon? But before that, please, no, if you're watching us and you have any questions, ngayon pa lang, kung meron na kayong tanong for the past episodes, or kung meron kayong gustong tanong sa ating guest for this afternoon, please post it on the comment section and we'll happily answer all your questions. Okay? Direk, is our guest also ready? He, no, he has been in the real estate industry for 20 years now. He's the president and CEO of FinAsia Land and Development Corporation and FinAsia Tech. Drum roll, please. Let's all please put our hands together for Mr. Manuel AJ Pangilinan. Pasok.
Hello, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Those who are viewing this stream live. Good afternoon, King. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm good, Sir AJ. In my post, no, I was a bit confused because well, there is also another Manuel Pangilinan, no? Yun yung Manuel Pangilinan that is short for MVP. MVP ang tawag sa kanya. But sabi ko naman, we have our own Manuel Pangilinan who also packs a punch when it comes to real estate business. And that is Sir AJ. Tama po ba yun? Tama ba yun, sir?
Salamat. Maraming salamat, King.
Parati ba kayong napagkakamalan, sir, na pag nakikita nila yung pangalan, nako-confuse sila?
Well, sinabi mo yan. Kaya ang sabi ko, yung E ko is Manuel E. Pangilinan. E for entertainment.
Ayo. Yon. Sanay na sanay kayo sa entertainment, sir. Anyway, sir, umpisahan ka agad natin, sir. Pampainit question ko parati to sa mga guest namin because this is all about reality, about real estate, no? So people can learn about it, people in the field doing real estate, as well as people, in their houses looking for good opportunities. Hey, sir, how did you start in the real estate industry?
You know, back then I started like as a broker, brokerage firm. So we started with Land Realty, and we were brokering for like anybody else, houses and properties. Then I focused in business development, especially for during the time there was a huge expansion of all the supermarkets. See Gold, see Super 8, So I focused on the business dev part of looking for properties where all these supermarkets are going to expand. So
when was that, if I may ask?
This happened siguro the last 7 years. Tuloy-tuloy yan eh.
Okay.
Expansion Pure Gold, expansion in Super 8. You see SM, di ba? SM,
Yes,
Save More.
yes.
They're building everywhere. Yan, sabay-sabay sila. They've been competing. So we were focused on that. And the reason why we focused more on the commercial, because we were talking to the same people, number one. And number two, the demand was very huge for expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, seemingly so, for us, it was that group, that business development group, both for the supermarkets and the retail sector, looking for spaces outside like Shakey's, couple of restaurants, McDonald's, keeps on expanding. So ang hahanapin mo lang talaga who owns that particular place. The other part there was buying into the existing supermarkets. Yung na-transform mo. We went as far as provinces in Pangasinan to transform a particular homegrown supermarket to the more known brand like like Super 8.
So were you helping in say buying out the different supermarkets in the provinces?
Well, actually, it was not the buying in. It was changing the brand. So
Oh, okay.
may goodwill, no? Because of
Mm-hmm.
that occasion, normally yan, yung mga may-ari na yan ng homegrown, these are families, and yung matriarch niya or patriarch niya medyo pagod na, sabi niya baka gusto niyong bitawan na yan, bigyan kayo ng goodwill, take over na ng a more national brand, no? Kasi pag pumasok yung national brand dyan, makakalaban din kayo.
Yes.
So we did a couple of that, no? So change na ng coming in of the national brand like Super 8 and Pure Gold in those supermarkets, no? Sa probinsya, no? Marami yung probinsya. Dito, marami rin ginawa, like yung San Juan, yung sa may Agora Complex, yung ngayon dating supermarket na limutan ko na, beside Agora, ginawa ko rin Super 8 yan.
Okay.
Dati yan, it's again, a homegrown supermarket, matagal na, pinatindi na. Then, apart from that, I moved on. When doing those deals, we also moved on trying to get into joint ventures. We locked in from the owner of the land and the developer, putting them together to do joint ventures. So we were doing the term sheets and the discussions between the landowner and the building owner. So we did one for San Jose Builders. Now it's being built 44-story in Valenzuela, Bulacan.
Would you say, Sir AJ, that you shifted gears moving from commercial properties to say the office buildings, or ano dyan, you just expanded the service?
Well, we wanted to, what happens from brokerage businesses, you're as good as your last sale.
Yeah.
That's the brokerage business. You're good at your last sale.
Yeah.
So, how do you move forward from brokerage to getting that income more steady?
Yeah.
So that's where we went to seat leasing, from the brokerage to the seat leasing part. So the seat leasing is now leasing it to BPOs. No? So from the Realty, we did the land development, but focused on office spaces. So we're leasing basically office spaces to BPOs. Focus on 50 to 200 seats. So we build it and then we lease it out to the BPO.
When did that start? The office leasing part.
You're looking at what, 5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah. When BPO started to really progress, no?
BPOs were expanding. Medyo late na kami doon kasi 5 years ago eh. Dapat 10 years ago pa. No? Before we. So right now, that's where we are. No? So basically, we're still building offices and focus on that. Yung brokerage part ko is just comes in once in a while na lang. When there are good deals that we can probably put our hand into it.
Yeah. Alam mo, sir, the reason why I have this smirk in my face while you were talking about commercial leasing is that that was my first venture into real estate brokerage. I wasn't really into selling, but since I came from SM leasing, I also did mga leasing of outside of the malls na mga brands like the ones that you mentioned in the fast food chains. Kaya sabi ko, uy, pareho pala kami nung ginagawa, pero I'm sure mas nauna yung pag-venture nyo into that avenue.
And I'm sure like that, like what you're doing right now. You have your own realty brokerage, and at a certain point, you will probably focus on one particular segment. Kasi, di ba, 5 yan eh. Industrial, residential, di ba?
That's right.
Offices, retail. One of these, through the years, you'll probably say, I'll probably focus on this in this industry.
Yes, yes, yes. Ako sir, I'm poor when it comes to, well, I've been honest to clients. So I've been poor when it comes to residential sales.
Uh,
So sabi ko, yes, I may market those, especially if those are relatives, no, owned by relatives as well as friends. But that's not my specialty. Usually, pag residential, I market it, but other brokers help me in selling those residential property listings that I have. Talagang
that's
commercial din. Mm.
that's the advantage in real estate, because the real estate's really vast, and there's so many in those industries. There's so many ways to really to make money.
Mhm, mhm.
It's a question of your network.
Why choose commercial, say, it wasn't purchases, no, it wasn't sale, but commercial leasing as one of the avenues.
Well,
What made you decide on that, sir?
well, I decided that I needed something recurring.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, in brokerage, uh, you're good as your last deal. No? So
Mhm, mhm,
you have to make your deals on and on and on. Even if you were,
mhm.
even if I were doing the expansion for the supermarkets, one deal to the other.
Yeah.
Uh, it's something that your income, you cannot project it. You cannot project your income because
Mhm.
again, closing that deal is not that easy. In
Yeah.
leasing, once you close that deal, it runs for about 5 years, di ba? Five
Uh-huh,
years,
uh.
2 years, di ba? May rental income ka. So you make it steady, then you can grow the business further.
Yeah, yeah. So yan, sa mga new real estate brokers, or even the newly accredited salespersons that you're looking for, diba, ano ba yung focusan nyo, no? Maraming avenues that you can focus on real estate. And one of which is what we're discussing,
Yes.
commercial leasing. Then of course there's the office leasing. Sir, talking about office leasing, what office buildings do you handle? I did mention that these are mostly in CBD. So, ano yung particular office buildings that you have?
Right now, I'm here in one of our offices. This is in Citadines. It's in Ortigas.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our inventory are in the Central Business District, Ortigas, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
we have one here in Citadines. Then we have two more floors in Ayala 30th. We have a number of another floor in Mandaluyong, which is actually Cybergate in between. Then we have an inventory in Makati, which we're still uh, trying to negotiate.
Okay.
So we
But do you, sir, yung mga sinasabi ng inventories, are these purchases in these office buildings, or you lease it from them?
we lease it from them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. And
So
and I believe you're now totaling. I did ask one of your staff, and you're totaling what, 37,000 square meters of office spaces?
yes, about that. Yeah, about that much. But see, these times are really very challenging. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Wala namang hindi tinamaan eh.
Yeah, well, even of those challenges, you still have to smile. Like what you said, you really have to smile because with all those stresses, you just have to move forward and find a way to make this thing work.
Yeah, because it's not gonna solve its problem on its own, right? So we're still the same persons who are gonna think of solutions to our problems. So rather than borrow and sorrow, we smile and act on it. Kagaya ng ginagawa nyo. No, ang dami nyong pinaggagawa, but I would like to talk to the people about those after our break later on.
Yes,
But like
yes,
what we're showing now, these are the typical projects of FinAsia Land. So these are the office buildings that they currently have in their inventories. So merong vacancies dyan, but later on we'll be talking about it in detail. So yan, yun yung Makati pa. Oh, there's also Taguig. Okay. Oh, you've gone as far as Visayas na rin, sir. You have a Cebu IT Park. Would you like to talk about the Cebu IT Park, sir? Now.
Well, the IT Park actually we're still under negotiation here for the Cebu IT Park. So yeah, we have really fitted out are really the ones in Cybergate.
Yeah. Because I heard from one of my sources that some companies are moving out of Manila to lesser densely populated areas like Cebu and even Davao, no, sir? So talagang
yes,
the future's outside.
Well, right now we have an inquiry for 300 seats for Bacolod. Yes, that's true. A lot. There's a number of companies that are trying to move towards the provincial. Kasi iba yung, when all this pandemic happened, parang nangyari, it's all the restriction was focused in NCR, National Capital Region. Nandito yung prohibition. Pag titingin mo sa probinsya, especially the far-flung areas, they're not as stringent, no? And they can still operate as well. Dito medyo nahirapan mag-operate yung mga tao. Ang dami dito. Work from home, like what we were saying, right?
Yeah.
And in the provinces, ang hirap mag-work from home because the internet speed is not that great. That's probinsya. So they still have to work really in the offices,
True.
What badly hit really is our National Capital Region.
Yes, sir. We'll talk about what you're saying about badly hit. And sabi mo nga, we need to react to it, and you guys are reacting to it in a certain way. But we'll share that after a few reminders from our sponsors. So we'll be back in a little while. Just hang on to your seats, guys.
Okay.
Hello, Hello, good afternoon again. You're back in Realty Realities. Before we bring in back our guest for this afternoon, we would like to invite everybody to the unique shows of the new channel. There are 30 more shows to watch. You've got U-Turn, TNT The Talk, Awesome Day, The Home Buyer, The Puppet Stories, that's Mondays at 5:30, The Big Picture, Mondays to Fridays at 7:15 p.m., The Millennial Voice, Mondays at 8:30 p.m., Foreign Affairs, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., HR Hotline, that's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. Moving on, Business, Well Home, Tuesdays at 5:30, Mental Shift, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. USA, Wednesdays and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. in the Philippines. You've also got Money and More, Tuesdays 8:30 p.m. Philippines and 5:30 a.m. in US. You also have Cyber Next. So we'd also like to thank our sponsor, one of our newest sponsor, that's Vista Land. If you could just bring in the yes, that's it. Vista Land Blue Chips Marketing is a part of the Vista Land Global Sales Network. They have a vast array of properties for every Filipino. So kung kailangan niyo po ng bahay, no? Or if you're looking for houses outside of Metro Manila, they also have a lot of properties there. Please contact Ms. Cheryl Sanguyo at the contacts there. Okay, let's bring in back our special guest for this afternoon. He's no other than the president and CEO of FinAsia Land and FinAsia Tech, Mr. AJ Pangilinan.
Yes.
I think earlier, Kuya, Sir AJ, I posted that one of the most difficult questions to ask mga people. It's obvious that times are difficult because of this pandemic. So how are you doing? Kamusta ang business?
Well, like any other business, occupancy levels has gone down. We still have occupancy, but it has gone down. So what we've actually projected, the revenues that we projected and the occupancy projected we didn't really meet our mark, especially the expansion that we were expecting. Well, like any other business, especially in real estate, nobody knew that this was going to happen. In fact, in January 2020, we still ground broke a new building for expansion. And
where is that?
That was in here in Bridgetown.
Okay.
We did a groundbreaking, and unfortunately, by March of 2020, the pandemic locked us down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are BPOs downsizing?
well, to date, the PESA has still agreed for 70% are still working from home.
Oh, okay. 70%.
So if you're looking at, they said they're downsizing. I don't think they're downsizing. What's happening is they're allowed to work from home.
Okay.
So the challenge there is they're allowed to work from home until September by PESA. Because when you're running a BPO office, and a BPO is normally there in a PESA building so that they get their tax incentives.
Yes, that's right.
Because of the pandemic, and they had to do some safe distancing, social distancing, even in the offices. A big number of them have to be working from home, and this is allowed now by PESA. So it's not a question of downsizing. They don't need this because a big percentage of their people are already working from home.
It's still a good news in the sense that they're not leaving the country. Diba? They're still. Are you saying that they're still here, but because of social distancing, they're just working from home?
Yes, it's allowed. Unless everybody has been vaccinated, or 80-90% vaccinated, and we are now allowed to go back to our offices. And of course, it's very different. You would know if it's efficient or inefficient. You try to call a center right now. Well, let's say delivery. You want Motolite delivery batteries. Under that, pag tumawag ka, you probably hear the dog barking. So it's very different. And it's very inefficient. Sometimes it's irritating. You're talking to someone and there's a dog barking at the background, or someone shouting at the back. Yung gripo, nakabukas.
Parang mamaya, yung maririnig nyo dito. Kasi I'm also doing this streaming from home.
So you know that, working from home, and you can hear that background. And it's not that efficient. I don't know how the monitoring of the productivity is also different when people
Well, I'm sure that productivity levels might have also gone down, and that's a reason why the economy is also not doing well, because yes, 100% we're working, right? 30% are in the offices, 70% are at home. Pero why is it that the economy is still not moving as fast as it should? So I guess yun nga, tama nga yung sinasabi nyo na it's less efficient as compared to working from offices. And talking about offices, how do you handle it? I'm sigurado ko these BPOs have been negotiating with you, asking you, Mr. Pangilinan, is it possible for you to give me a rental discount?
Oh yeah, so, that's very true. So what happens is sometimes we also need to renegotiate our terms with our developers.
Yeah.
We've been hit, and like everything else, it doesn't mean that we're down and out. We're just taking a break, but we'll be coming back. We still have inquiries, from other BPO companies, actually. And recently, in the past 2 weeks, we felt that there were more inquiries happening. I believe that fourth quarter would be very, very different. I cannot say that there's going to be an exponential growth, but I can say it's going to be different, because we've gotten some inquiries already, starting the last 2-3 weeks, and I hope it continues.
Kasi sir, you also see it in. I was watching the NBA this morning, and I saw the stadium, although it's not 100% filled. Diba? They're not wearing their masks anymore. They're cheering like crazy. They're the NBA teams. So businesses are moving in the States. And when it's moving in the States, then they would need more call centers to be built up in countries like ours. So magbe-benefit na tayo doon, diba?
Well, yes. And, if we don't go back to work, our economy is really going to get hit. It's a slow potion. It's a slow potion that's gonna kill you slowly. Go back and pump up that economy and make people go back to work.
That's right.
You can actually see that even in the malls. No, retailers are closing their shops.
True. Sadly. Yun nga, sinasabi mo sa akin, sir, that business is slow. Also in the malls, also for you guys. Pero what surprises me, that's one of my posts in my Facebook. Despite all these difficulties, you guys still are shelling out money in putting up free internet services in schools. And hindi ko lubos maisip kung bakit. So, bakit nga ba, sir? Why? Can you expound on it?
Well, when times were good during the pre-pandemic, we we were doing it as a corporate social responsibility. So we know that there were no internet in schools, and so that we did that as part of our CSR. And when the pandemic came in 2020, we were supposed only to start with 12 schools. So when the pandemic came, DepEd talked to us, no, or in Pasig City, sabi niya, "Sir, pwede bang kabitan niyo na lahat?" Parang ganun. Parang sabi namin, "Oh, well, I guess kaya pa natin." So sige, kabitan natin. So we're doing it because we felt that it was our responsibility. Parang pandemic na nga eh. Sino pa bang and the Department of Education asked us if we can actually do it for all the public schools. So
all bang ni-request nila, Sir AJ? All the public schools?
Oh, so kinabitan namin sa muna, dito kami sa Pasig City.
Sa Pasig. So how is it? You've installed the internet in the school so that the teachers can do their online teaching.
Yes.
Nice. And right now, you have 44 schools. Grabe.
In Pasig to.
Oh, 44 schools in Pasig.
Alam mo ba, because nakita mo yan. We launched that. Itong ginawa namin, because that we launched it in Pasig. Now we're doing it. It became the CSR now might evolve into something better, like a business, because now we're tied up in talks, and we're tied up with Sky Cable, and Sky Cable is now doing it in the barangays also in Pasig. So the two of us, FinAsia and Sky Cable, is working together to give the free internet in Pasig. So nagkaroon pa ng tie-up, no? And then it might evolve into a business, no? That we're trying to work it out, so that there's going to be advertising, so that there's some kind of revenue coming from this free internet that we're actually doing. So
well, now that you've mentioned that it's going to proceed to another business, what's this other business that I've been seeing on your Facebook pages also? Nakakita ko sa screen, pick up. Ano ba yan? Is that an outcome also of being caught up in pandemic?
Again in 2019, when we had that all the BPOs renting from us. We thought that we wanted to, in 2018 pa lang, we wanted to expand into the tech market. So as early as 2019, we started doing some applications, and the applications that we actually did was a ride-hailing application focused on a particular transport segment. Which is the tricycle.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, it's different from what existing services are, because it focuses on tricycle, and
yes.
It gives livelihood pa siguro, no?
And if you look at the transport sector, di ba? Ang nangyayari dito when all of this TMVS came in, like for the tricycle, yung tricycle segment na iwan eh. You have Grab. They're all two-wheeled motorcycles. If the delivery, pag magdi-deliver ka ng malalaking gamit, mga groceries, hindi mo tatlong motorsiklo kailangan mo dyan. Pero kaya ng isang tricycle yan. No?
Nice.
Diba? Nice. Isang tricycle yan. So, we felt that the tricycle was being left out.
Yes.
Kahit ngayon, pumunta ka na mo, makikita mo, ang daming nakapilang TMVS, Grab, alam mo, ang dami. Pero yung pila ng tricycle, pumadaan nga ako ng UP to, nakikita ko, walang sumasakay sa ride hailing, no? Walang sumasakay. Pero yung ginagawa nila mag-deliver, kahit din tricycle yun eh.
Yes, that's right.
Ay iwan itong segment na to. That's why we developed it, focused really for that particular transport segment, which is the tricycle. At saka yung tricycle, Pilipinas yan. Kahit saan ka pumunta, may tricycle. Ano yan
But it's only limited to the locality where the tricycle is allowed.
Yes.
Hindi siya pwedeng bumiyahe ng outside of. All right. But still, it's more flexible than a two-wheeled motorcycle, right?
Looking at the delivery itself, yung marami kang multiple deliveries ang gagamitin mo, maraming dala-dala, okay yung tricycle, di ba? Kasi marami sakay.
So yung pabili service is also part of it, right?
Yes. So yung pickup has basically 3 services. So right now, our version 1, we have pick a drop, pick a ride, and pick a food. So yung pick a drop niya is basically the delivery. Yung pick a food niya is like your Grab food, and yung pick a ride niya is your ride hailing.
Where do I download this app?
It's available in Google Play Store.
In Google Play Store, okay.
Before this interview, I was in Angono, Rizal.
Oh, okay.
We started onboarding in Angono, Rizal right now.
So, halimbawa, tricycle driver ako, Sir AJ. And I don't know how to go about my phones. Is there any assistance that's happening for me to download the apps?
Right now, you can actually call our hotline, and then on the hotline they can teach you actually. We have a hotline that for drivers, and they can call us, and it runs. The hotline runs from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then you can call us, and then we will teach you how to download this application so that you become one of our riders if you're a tricycle. So, but ang ginagawa namin ngayon is we go to an LGU, and then we talk to the federation, and then we teach them.
Yun. That's a more efficient way, no? That you go to the LGUs, the TODAS, no?
Yes, that's what we're doing. And we also have a tie-up with Ayala Malls right now. So we're doing deliveries for them. We started this delivery in the Ayala Mall the 30th. And we're now onboarded with UP Town. So went to UP Town and Cloverleaf, Ayala Mall Cloverleaf. So we're also talking to the TODAS in those terminals. No? So it's basically the Tricycle Association in those Ayala terminals.
Nice. How many tricycle drivers do we have using this app now?
Right now, we have running. We have about 580.
Oh, that's a good number.
580.
All of those are in Metro Manila.
All of those right now, yes, are in certain areas. No, not Metro Manila. Certain areas pa lang. Hindi pa namin. Riders pa lang kami. Wala pa kaming promotion sa consumer. We're going to that. Kasi very focused.
Okay.
Very per area namin yung focus namin.
Okay, so, is that going to be soon?
But we're doing it every week. We're doing a rollout every week.
Okay. In let's say, for example, in Quezon City, is there any service already available now?
Only within the Ayala Malls, UP Town Center.
Oh, okay.
And UP Town Center and Techno Hub.
Nice.
We're moving into Trinoma, I think, next month.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Sige. Well, thank you, Sir AJ, for sharing to us how do you adjust your business, no? How do you adjust your business despite the pandemic? And like what we said, you just don't sit down and cry it out, right? So with a smile, you have to think of solutions to your problems, just like what FinAsia Land as well as FinAsia Tech is doing. We will continue discussing more with Sir AJ, particularly the vacancies that they have and what are the prospects for their business in 2022 and in the future. But before we go to our sponsors, we'd like to thank people who have been watching us. There's Mr. Jeff Bugayong Senas, Miss Juliet A. Dagob, salamat. There's also Miss Anne Gerfalda. Mga hakot yata ng ano to, FinAsia. Oh yeah, Dr. Nan Raniensis. Marami pong salamat. You also have Miss Charm Aranego. Pontillas Bonifacio Adolfo. So continue watching, and if you have questions, questions regarding FinAsia and its projects, as well as pick up, which they've discussed just now, just put it in the comment section, and we'll happily answer after a few reminders from our sponsors. Hey guys, you're back here in Realty Realities. Like what I said earlier, the new channel has more than 30 shows, including our show. We have Healthline, we have Couple Goals, where I was invited with my wife too. Win Within, that's Wednesdays at 8:30. Market Leader, TNC Express, Thursdays at 11 a.m. YOLO, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Negosyo at Home, Fridays, 12 noon. TechU, TNC Marketplace, that's Fridays, and also later at 5:30 after my show. That's TNC Marketplace. You also have COVID Stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Danny Art Show, After Shift, Women at Work, The Family Business, Usapang Beauty, The Fourth Project. Catch also our TNT specials one day, TNT Arena, TNT PressCon, and TNT Town Hall on Saturdays, 7 p.m., co-hosted by our TNT founders. Town Hall is where we talk to our valued audience, you guys. So we'd like to thank our sponsor, the first of which, that's SMDC, particularly the OYC division. So if you have any inquiries regarding their beautiful condominiums strategically located beside their SM malls, contact Mr. Miguel Lagado. You have the details there. So maraming salamat SMDC for your support. Let's bring in back our guest for this afternoon from FinAsia Land, Mr. Manuel AJ Pangilinan. And can we also bring in the sales director of our FinAsia Land, Miss Candy Pangilinan? Do we have her already in the backstage?
Hi everyone! Hello! Hi King! Hi Kuya! Hello!
Miss Candy, bati ka muna sa mga sa mga fans. Baka nagulat sila kasi hindi natin na-promote to eh. So, would you like
Hello everyone! Good afternoon to everyone who's watching Realty Realities. Wow! Parang iba naman, diba? Realty Realities. Parang iba yung crowd ko doon.
parusa, sorry Miss Candy, parusa po talaga yung name ng show. Most likely in the next season we will change that because it's not the first that person has difficulty saying it. I've mispronounced it many times in the show. So, mga producers ko, papalitan po natin yan.
Wow, wow. It's very catchy actually. It's very catchy.
Alright.
It's very catchy. Realty Realities. Dahil mahirap siya i-pronounce, parati mo siyang sasabihin, Realty Realities. As a matter of fact, before you had me in, parati ko siya sinabi mga 4 times, Realty Realities, Realty Realities, Realty Realities.
Yes. And that's what my kids tell me. Every time, Dad, before you go into the show, say it again and again, Realty Realities. So before it goes on. So yun, Miss Candy, we were discussing with Sir AJ your different projects, and you have a lot of projects in Pasig, mostly in Pasig. You also have a Makati. Soon there's central IT park in Cebu. Would you like to say something about your different projects, and would you like to invite the BPOs as well as the brokers, no? Because our show, we're not just talking to the end users. A lot of our viewers are brokers and agents. So
okay, to make a long story short, we have a web page. We have a web page, we have a Facebook page, my dear friends, and it's called FinAsia Land. Go there and check on our listings. We have a lot in Pasig area, and that's Citadines. Citadines, we have 300 square, okay, with 300 seats. Am I right? 1,500 square with 300 seats. And also we have also in Ayala 30th. We have 2 floors in Ayala 30th. That is the 21st floor and the 20th floor, 22nd floor. Okay, so parang for BPO po, ready po yan. And we also have in Cybergate. Robinson Cybergate is in EDSA. We also have that. It's also available. And nakita nga kanina sa inyo, the ones in Makati, the Circuit Makati, we also have that available also. For inquiries, just give us a call in our Facebook page. I-check nyo lang po doon. Lahat po ng listings ay nandun. And we will get back to you ASAP. And when we mean ASAP, we really mean ASAP.
Mauuna pa po silang mag-message sa inyo bago kayo makapag-message sa kanila.
As a matter of fact, pinag-iisipan pa lang nila, nakapag-reply na kami. Nakapag-puso pa lang nila. Nakapag-reply na to.
Ganyan kabilis ang serbisyo ng FinAsia Land. And that's why I have you guys in the show, because even before I invited you to the show, diba, you already said yes.
Yes.
So maraming salamat sa I really love people who are proactive and who have services to offer. Like what I said in the introduction, hindi lang serbisyo to na ibinibigay dahil alam namin na kailangan nyo po. And Sir AJ, you mentioned about customization, no? So when you offer, Miss Candy, can you explain, no? When, say for example, ako gusto ko an office that's already fully furnished.
Yes,
can I come to you guys?
Yes, we have that. Meron kami mga custom fit offices, and now we're trying to put up offices na pinasasabi nilang is workstations, which is also right now, diba? Because of the work from home, pero dapat merong social distancing. So because we've parang transformed spaces into workspaces where people can just go in. Hindi ganun kalaki ang kailangan ko, but I need a space. I need a space for me to work. Pero maliit lang. Okay, this is yours. So
halimbawa naman, kabaliktaran naman. Maarte akong tao, I have my own design, I want it bare. Would you also have spaces like that? Bare office siya?
Yes, we also have that. We also have that.
Yeah.
We also have that with
Nice.
Ayala offices. We also have that. And in additional pala sa pick-up kanina, Trinoma Invertis po, ilo-launch po yan next month in Quezon City. Okay?
Wow.
Kasi
Wow,
magkadikit
wow.
na yan eh. Magkadikit na yan. And UP Town. UP Town. UP Town. UP Town, Techno Hub, Vertis North, and Trinoma. Magkakadikit po yan. Magkakasama po yan. For that's for pick-up.
Oh, kanina I wanted to ask Sir AJ, because well, UP Town is good, right? But I guess in terms of density of people going to the malls, it's really in Trinoma. No? Marami doon, maraming different barangays na nako-cover ng Trinoma.
Alam natin yan.
Congratulations. Oh, dahil dyan tayo nagpupunta.
Alam natin yan, Kim.
Yes. But Miss Candy, is there a preference for Ayala? Would you open your doors also to the likes of SM? Say, for example, they come to you and then ask you, can you also do pick up in SM malls? Is that a possibility?
I'll let our CEO answer that.
Well,
Sir?
yes, that's a possibility. Of course, it's not. We're not working on an exclusive, but we actually started this partnership with Ayala. Because we're trying to help the merchants actually.
Oh yeah.
Basically, that's what we're trying to do right now, to help the merchants.
Yeah.
The relationship with Ayala, we have a very strong relationship with Ayala, and that's the reason why we chose to launch this project for a mall with Ayala Malls.
Yeah. All right. Sir, since you mentioned about opportunities to talk to some other people, how do you see real estate progressing in the Philippines in the near future? Or how do you see it for FinAsia? Are you going to focus on FinAsia Tech, on pickup, or will you be doing it side by side?
Well, we're doing projects that we're trying to converge both what the leasing business is doing for FinAsia Land and FinAsia. How does that evolve? Like right now, we are developing spaces that can be rented out as live studio. Now, this live studio is handled by FinAsia Land. So some of our office spaces right now are we experimenting that you can actually use it for live studio. Do you do Facebook live selling? And and on the side of the FinAsia Tech, we will now deliver all those products through pickup. So
I see.
It's a collaboration between what the leasing of FinAsia Land is doing and the delivery platform of FinAsia Tech.
Yeah.
So,
and at the same time, kasi what's important right now is our internet connection. And FinAsia Land has that because of the BPOs that we have. And because we cannot say that they're downsizing, but they're working from home. Saka iba na kasi ang work schedule nila, di ba? Finar apart nila, di ba? Iba nila para nagkaroon sila ng rotation para hindi sila siksikan. So ang dami naming internet na pwedeng gamitin. Diba?
Yeah, true.
And that's what everyone is needing right now is a good internet connection. And FinAsia Land has that.
Yeah.
And we have the space. We have the facility. So just come over. And we also have sanitation.
Yun. Importante yan. Importante yan, lalong-lalo na ngayon.
And we have already ventured into that.
Okay.
FinAsia Land has actually ventured into buying sanitizing products and sanitation machines talaga.
I see.
For offices. Offices. So,
Yeah.
umabot na kami sa ganon. Because we're thinking of talagang leasing out spaces and making sure that everybody is clean and safe. But because alam naman natin yung what's happening right now with all the different variants coming out, we want to make sure that our clients are safe as well.
Yes, that's right. So yun, Sir AJ, integrating businesses, that's what you've been doing in like your history of of FinAsia, diba? Integrating businesses and up to now. And I guess that's how people should be doing it also in their own businesses, right? So
Yeah.
instead of thinking of just folding up, think of exploring other opportunities and then integrating the existing business with other businesses because there are, di ba po?
Yes, that's very true. And you really have to do it fast. But
Yeah, that's important.
issue is you have to rethink and re-engineer your business. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's we're not talking about years here. You're talking about weeks. You have to be
Yes, yes,
able to act fast.
yes, yes. And with that, sorry, Ma'am Candy, sorry, Sir AJ. You know, I always say this. I wish this show would have been longer, but we're only a 1 hour show, so we're running overtime already. Mapapagalitan na ako ng producers. We would like to thank you for being here and sharing the experiences of FinAsia Land as well as FinAsia Tech. Ako, what I've learned from this afternoon is you have to continue to evolve businesses. From what Sir AJ has shared, that it started out from real estate brokerage, focusing on commercial leasing. And when he saw that there's an opportunity for office leasing, he went into there. And hindi siya nag-aantay. He acts on it fast. And then there's an opportunity also to help out through pickup service. And tumulong sa mga tricycle drivers, a forgotten transportation. So that's why you went to there. So thank you very much to all the viewers, 'di ba? Palakpakan po natin ang FinAsia Land. I can hear your claps. I can hear your claps. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Again, Mr. Manuel AJ Pangilinan and Miss Candy Pangilinan. Well, to all the viewers, thank you for tuning in. To the sponsors, SMDC, as well as Vista Land, and the newest, spaceformybiz.com. If you have any commercial properties for lease or for sale, you could just easily log on to Space for My Biz. It's a free service where even FinAsia vacancies can be put up there. That's Space for My Biz. So that's all the time that we have for this afternoon. I hope you learned in the same way that I learned a lot from this afternoon's guests. So maraming salamat po. God bless us all and keep strong. Mabuhay.